What an amazing day to talk about Konstantin Ignatov, a man who came in Uganda and scammed hundreds of people into OneCoin fake cryptocurrency. Got arrested in 2018, so he has been under house arrests, detentions, jails for short stays, and then permanently released in early 2024. I think victims have some complaints about his release, since we as OneCoin victims actually think that he contributed a lot in promotion of OneCoin scam. For example, a scenario where he came to Uganda and scammed hundreds of people, influenced them to join OneCoin ecosystem, and also actually those who were also OneCoin victims, and influenced them to add in packages and buy more OneCoins. But then he gets released in 2024. There is a bit some differences in the cases of Konstantin Ignatov for Gilbert Amenta, who was actually boyfriend to Roger Ignatova, who was sentenced for 5 years in prison. And then there's also another case of Mark Scott. Then there is also this guy, there's also this another guy, Greenwood Sebastian, who was also sentenced for 20 years in prison. But then for Ignatov, Konstantin, who was also once a CEO of OneCoin, I think for 1 year or some few months, like 9 months, who is expected to have influenced a lot of decisions that actually made thousands of people lose money through OneCoin. He's now released. He's now free. I've seen so many people posting his Instagram post of him jubilating, the way posting and tagging, life is free now, patience pays, all those jubilations when somebody has gained their freedom. And I've seen so many OneCoin victims be like, oh my god, what's happening? We thought these are the people that actually had to pay for their crimes, but then he's released. During the lockdown, I was talking to a person who has ever been a worker at OneCoin offices. Please don't ask me a name. I wouldn't want to go to that. And he was telling me that he has information that Konstantin Ignatov is actually collaborating, not working with, but collaborating with the FBI. And he was trying to give in some information that could track down maybe some top OneCoin officials that potentially benefited from this fraud. Maybe he was trying to give them some information on how they used to wire OneCoin money and launder it. Nobody really knows what he was contributing to the FBI investigations. When those investigations were going on, and as he was giving a contribution, I remember he was put under house arrest. He was transferred from jail, what other people call cell. I don't think that's the same as prison, because I think a prison is when you've actually been sentenced and you've been defeated by your crime that was then in court being allegedly, okay? So I think he was still in cells or police custody, but then he was then transferred into house arrest. That was one of the offers he was given, that if he collaborates with the FBI by giving some information, he would be put under favorable circumstances, and that was house arrest. I remember us getting that kind of news and we were so bitter on Twitter and WhatsApp groups as OneCoin victims who think we've lost a lot in OneCoin, including our future, including our money, including a lot of things. Well, some victims like me, I might have got some advantages because I've come up to fight and talk about it and participated in documentaries and got some courage to come here and speak. And you know, it is also an advantage. But financially, education wise, a lot of people faced a lot of difficulties due to OneCoin investments, because I know some people in Uganda here who actually sold their farms, who sold their lands, who borrowed money from other people to invest in OneCoin. But then top leaders who influenced all this to happen are actually being released. I know that some OneCoin victims actually think that maybe Konstantin bribed the FBI. I don't really think so, however much it's actually frustrating to see him out. But I don't think that that's the way to go with Konstantin's case. And I think when it comes to law, there are some things that are offered to people who are willing to contribute to fairness and, how do they call it, to bring the law into actions and bring justice, you know. And I think Konstantin is one of the people who agreed to cooperate. I think Konstantin thinks that he didn't know that it was a scam. That's what he tells people, of which I don't actually agree with. But if a person is telling you that he didn't know that it was a scam, then how are you going to make him say that he actually knew that it was a scam? Because he worked there for a small period of time. Previously, before becoming a CEO, he was just like any other member, but with the title of brother, you know, a small top leader, but then a brother, you know, it makes you look unique. But then legally and officially, he worked as a temporary CEO, and I think those are the crimes committed during that time. I think that's what they blame him for, and I think which wasn't really huge, because we as victims, we might generally think that he promoted OneCoin, he came here and did this and this, he was bragging around, he appeared in many conferences. But when the law comes in, they are looking at maybe official things that happened in his existence when he had authority, and maybe when they look at them, maybe they are, you know, they are not so many core reasons why he should get sentenced, and then the guy is out. I think these are some of the things that are going to even delay the OneCoin lawsuit program or impact it. I don't know how much Konstantin Ignatov has and made out of OneCoin, and that money is not going to be reversed back to the victims. I don't really know, but I think it's some good sums of money, if not millions of US dollars, 100 or 200 or whatsoever. But things are happening. The OneCoin lawsuit program is happening in action, and I think so soon OneCoin victims are going to get on board, and all that is going to be happening. And I'm willing to be offering updates on my YouTube channel, possible updates that are not actually so legal, because that's the responsibility of the legal team to actually communicate to the victims legally, officially, and with particular statements that are legally accepted. But me as a person, I could always come here and discuss and update and all that, ordinary information that every OneCoin victims needs to know. That's it for today. I simply wanted to come in and share my view and my feelings about Konstantin release and what I actually think about it. It's not news that makes victims happy, but I think in one way or the other, when you look at it, if he was able to contribute to the law and some things were put into actions, maybe some arrests, maybe some freezing of particular bank accounts, maybe some seizing of some OneCoin property, then maybe he needs to be given a second chance. We as Christians, we believe in forgiveness. If a person realizes their mistakes, and sometimes it has to apply in one way or the other. And if you think about it calmly, you get to realize that nobody in this world is purely clean. We've all done mistakes. We've all went wrong in one way or the other, but we've been given second chances and forgiven and became new people. I really want to thank my patrons, Jane McAdam, Mr. Dave Smith, Mr. Jeremy Bartlett. I think my fourth sponsor, my fourth patron wants to stay private. Thank you guys. Keep locked on this channel. I'm coming back very soon with other videos.